name's Nicole and I'm from Glasgow in Scotland. I am a travel addict and I'm lucky enough to have visited 53 different countries around the world, and even luckier that I've explored various places within those countries. Not only do I travel for leisure, but also I'm very fortunate to work on a cruise ship, which is where I am now, in my cabin. So I've been paid to visit a lot of these places, even just for short durations. My favourite places are definitely St Martin in the Caribbean, Madeira, beautiful Portuguese island, Cape Town in South Africa, stunning, absolutely stunning, and Orlando, Disney World, because I'm such a Disney geek. If you've not been to any of those places, I would highly recommend it. Madeira, make sure you get steak on a stone, famous local dish, and certainly if you go to Cape Town, the views from Table Mountain are just incredible. So thinking about my bucket list where I've not been yet, I would love to go to the Maldives, especially to stay in one of those on-the-water hotels or chalets. They look incredible. So if you've ever been, let me know how they've been for you, because I would love to go. Closely followed by Hawaii, more specifically the Aulani Resort. That looks amazing. And the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me is probably when I was about 13, when I was in Turkey. So I was looking for the toilets at a restaurant and couldn't find them. And the woman kept directing me to this room that looked like it was like a communal shower block. Eventually she was getting a bit annoyed with me, so she dragged me back into the room and physically demonstrated crouching over this, what looked like a shower basin, and standing to pee. I was mortified, and that is the first and last time I've ever stood to have a pee. My most memorable moment was definitely October the 4th last year. It was in Madeira, and my now fiance got down on his knee and asked me to marry him with the most stunning backdrop surrounding ever. It was incredible. I have some advice if you are new to travelling and you're maybe a bit hesitant of whether you want to go somewhere, maybe you think you don't have the time, or maybe you think it's too expensive, is it worth it? Well, my advice to you is, even if you have some sort of small inkling that you want to go somewhere, then go. You can always save up more money, and this time is your time, especially when we're still young. You've got this time to explore. What you can never get back is time. Live for today. You will make so many different memories and learn from all these different cultures all over the world that this is the greatest gift life can give you. So do it.
Hello, my name is Ty Hector. I was born in Antigua. I'm from Leicester in the UK, and I've lived in Los Angeles and Scotland since whenever. So how many countries have I been? So I've been working on a cruise ship, so quite a few. It was only for a year, so I've been to probably about 15 countries, and they were great. They were in the Mediterranean, so I went around Turkey, Italy, all of the Barcelona, and then we went over to the West Indies, to Mexico, then all the way through the islands, Grand Cayman Islands, Key West, Florida, Miami, all of that. And the favourite place would be, I'd say, the small islands off the Grand Caymans. Probably because of the sea. The sea is crystal clear, and I used to love deep sea diving, and I could see beyond if I was swimming underneath. And the places that I do want to go to would be in Indonesia, Philippines, Asia, all of that area. And probably the most embarrassing moment was, probably not the most embarrassing, just close to missing a flight, really, and that was it. The most memorable moments would be when I've gone along the canoe in crystal clear waters, and diving off that, and playing volleyball on small islands with a language from people that I wasn't even sure what it was. Top tip would be make sure you plan ahead. Plan ahead, make sure you go with people that are trustworthy, or just go for it and make sure you've got experience within your own self. Eating out, budget, experience all the food, experience all the people, ask people questions on the way, don't be afraid to ask. There's always a way to communicate with people even if you don't know the language. You've got your phone, make sure on your phone you've got Google Translate at all times, download all the languages, buy battery packs for your phone. Yeah, that's it. So I'm a travel addict and I'm looking to do a lot more travelling this year. I think my next trip is going to be in Croatia.
My name's Sian and I am a certified travel addict. How many countries have I been to? It's really hard to keep track at this point. Last time I checked I was above 80, so I say about 85 countries I've been lucky enough to visit. What is my favourite place and why? Again, it's really hard to choose. I think my favourite place is Brazil. The colours, the food, the people, the culture, the language, the beaches. Everything in Brazil is fabulous, so Brazil is my favourite country in the world. What is top of my bucket list? I still need to visit the far east, so Japan, Philippines, they are top of my bucket list. What is my most embarrassing travel moment? My most embarrassing travel moment happened in Key West. I went snorkeling from a catamaran off the Florida Keys, and when I was out swimming looking at tropical fish, I got stung by something across my face. I swam back to the boat. When I got back on board the boat, I had these horrible lines across my face, and the captain told me that I'd been stung by a jellyfish, a moon jellyfish. And then they told me that the only way to stop the stinging was to pee on my face. They looked at me while I stood there aghast for a few moments before laughing and telling me that in fact they had bottles of vinegar to pour on my face. But for a moment I did think that I was going to have a Floridian pee on my face. What is my best piece of advice for a traveller? I've got two pieces. One, do your research. Don't turn up somewhere blind, you'll waste your time and your money. Research what you want to see. My second piece is ask the locals what they like to do. Ask them the best restaurants, ask them to see places that are off the tourist track. Don't be afraid to ask the owner of the hotel or the waiter at the restaurant. Get advice from the people who really live there.
Hey guys, I am Bonnie Freechild and I am a citizen of the world. I was born in Australia. My mom was Australian, my dad is British. I grew up in Borneo and I've been in the UK for many moons. I've been to 31 countries, which is not enough if you ask me, but I had been to 15 by the time I was 15 already, I think. When I was, so the 15 countries I'd been to by the time I was 15 included a lot of Southeast Asia, trips with my parents. We also spent like 3 months in the US. We bought a car, drove around, so by the age of 12 I'd been to 17 states as well, which I would love to go back to. My favorite places in the world, I don't have one favorite place, I have lots of favorite places. Around Southeast Asia I love karena saya bercakap bahasa Melayu because I speak Malay a bit. And obviously it's great when you can be in a place and understand the local language. It makes things easier. Plus I love the culture, the food. When I step off an airplane, that feeling of warmth and the smell of food is just makes me feel at home, even though I don't really know where home is being a citizen of the world. Bali, I love. That reminds me of my childhood as well. If it's got a beach and it's got good food, it's a favorite place of mine. I love the US. My memories of traveling when I was 11 were awesome. And I'd love to do that again as an adult. That would be really cool. My bucket list. every country in the world probably, but I suppose at the moment I really want to go to Santorini and South America and Zanzibar. I want to go to those beautiful white beaches in Zanzibar. Memorable moments, I don't know, there's a lot, but I guess on the Acropolis in Athens and also the pyramids in Egypt, there's just this like vibe where you can feel the energy of the gods, and I love that feeling. So anywhere else that has that, I guess probably South America and stuff, but yeah, those are my memorable moments when I have that like feeling that you're just part of something that's really historic, you know. Top tips for first-time travelers. I would say don't be afraid to travel by yourself. Obviously be safe, you know where you are, know where you're going at all times, etc. But outside of that, do as much as you can with locals, because there's no point on going to a 5-star hotel and not experiencing anything in the place that you're going. And always learn a little bit of the language, like just if it's even please and thank you, because it really goes a long way with people in other countries, and they'll appreciate it and really embrace you more, even if you sound like an idiot and don't pronounce. Like, don't be afraid to travel and like think that it's really expensive, because it's not, you know, like make friends with people in your own country, and the more friends you make, the more friends you'll make that don't live in your country or that move out of your country, and then you can just go and stay with them. And that's the cheapest way to travel, right? If you know people that live outside of the country, and then you just have to pay for flights. Travel just broadens your mind. I know, like, the fact that I grew up traveling, like, I'm really grateful for that, because it just gives you a different perspective on the world. And, you know, that's why they call it the University of Life. Traveling. What can I say? I'm a travel addict.